Jared Goff, his weapons on this team. One of his weapons is Jahmyr Gibbs, and we know him well in the city. We loved him.
Pretty good.
He is Sonic. He is a monster. This to be the first season that we believe he's going to take on that load as it relates to the number one back, the showcase back. This is what we're doing. This is who we're going through. The 13 personnel. All that's coming from Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, the GMs and execs around the league, they had their choice to rank the top 25 running backs in the league this year. Jahmyr Gibbs was number 2. Now, the question that I have for you, here's the list. Appreciate that, B-Lad. You see the list. Bijan always is number 1 in these conversations now. Jahmyr, your guy, number 2. Derrick Henry, the ever-going beast. 3, 4, CMC, and then 5, Devon Achane. I don't agree with that, but we'll stop there. Excuse me. Here's my conversation about this. It's not the same as Jared Goff because obviously there aren't 15 people in front of him. Why is Jahmyr Gibbs, in your opinion, and I'll go last, why is he better than CMC, which we saw last year, CMC almost do the 1,000, which is only done 4 times in NFL history. Why is he better than King Henry, who, although he didn't have his 19,000, that would be crazy, his 1,900 yards that he had 2 seasons ago, he still had 1565 and 16 touchdowns. And why is he better than Jonathan Taylor, who has been doing this 4 years at Wisconsin and in the NFL? In the last 3 years, I want to say he's been over 2,000 yards from scrimmage, or he's been right there with the Indianapolis Colts. Tell me why Jahmyr is better than CMC, Derrick Henry, and Jonathan Taylor. Answer.
Do I have to? Am I believing what I'm telling you?
Well, do you believe it?
No,
I
don't.
Okay, that's even better. Do you believe that? Okay,
this
so
is
the
a
question
fantasy,
should have been, is he
this is
2?
a fantasy ranking right here.
Right.
This is where you...
Is it? Because
because you're hoping that he takes that jump. Okay, everybody drafted him last year as number 1, and they were going back and forth between him and
James Cook would be higher then, wouldn't he?
I mean,
Jonathan Taylor.
Well, James Cook is kind of where he's at. My thing is this: Saquon Barkley did everything in the world just 2 years ago. That whole team looked bad last year.
Yeah.
Not just him. There's no reason that he should not be in the top 5. First and foremost.
Okay.
Achane should not be there. McCaffrey should be number 2. His body of work over his career, come on now. And realistically, I have a hard time putting him under Bijan. Bijan is still hype. Okay? We don't know what they're going to look like this year. I'll leave him up there. But for me, Derrick Henry looked pretty well spent last year. Now, if we're talking about careers, it's a different story. But I think that...
And the crazy thing about it, spent and still had 1690 and 16 touchdowns.
And then you brought up Jonathan Taylor, and he's chronically disrespected in fantasy leagues as well. I love that. That's a ranking where they're going to rank him in fantasy leagues. I'm going to get him in the second round, and I'm going to eat with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you want to take the excitement of an Achane. How many games is he going to play for you? 8?
So Jahmyr Gibbs for you is 3. Behind CMC.
It has to be, man. And again, still so much of that is hype and hope, because you guys talked about it earlier. How much are they going to share the rock? Is 100%. He going to be the bell cow? Can he handle being the bell cow? Now, as a bell cow, at this point in his career, he gets those touches. There's no reason he can't finish number 1 in the league.
B-Lad, you look at this list and you see Jahmyr Gibbs number 2. You see what's underneath him. CMC, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, et cetera, et cetera. What say you? Are you comfortable with him at number 2? And if not, are you a CMC guy? Are you a Derrick Henry guy in the longevity? Where are you at with this list and where Jahmyr Gibbs is?
Yeah, I mean, I am a CMC guy. I do think CMC should be ranked above Jahmyr Gibbs on this list. But I was just curious, and while you guys were proving your point here, I looked up Christian McCaffrey stats in his first 2 seasons versus Jahmyr Gibbs in his first 2 seasons. I just want you to take a little, piece from this and see what you think about this.
You got to be careful about doing that, because the conversation isn't who's better in the first 2 years. The conversation is now. But to your point, go ahead.
To see like the kind of trajectory that Jahmyr Gibbs is on, I guess I can say.
Okay.
Here. So they've each played, or Christian McCaffrey has played 48 games, Jahmyr Gibbs 49. Rushing carries, Christian McCaffrey 623, Jahmyr Gibbs 675. Rushing yards, Christian McCaffrey 2,920, Jahmyr Gibbs 3,580. Okay, that's pretty good. Rushing touchdowns from Christian McCaffrey in his first 2 seasons, 24. Jahmyr Gibbs 39. yards per carry.
But see, you know what? I'm gonna stop you there.
Yeah.
And I was gonna let you read it out. I was gonna let you have fun with it.
It's a lot of numbers.
No, it's not even about a lot of.
It was all the trajectory that Jahmyr Gibbs is
But
on.
it's
very similar.
Here we go. It's not about the trajectory though. Who's the better back right
CMC.
now?
Oh, CMC
the reason
for
why
sure.
you can't do that game is because look at the system Jahmyr Gibbs has been in for his 4 years. Look at what CMC was in down there with
Carolina.
with Ron Rivera. Oh, he's a hell of a great coach on offense. And then Rob Chudzinski, who was my offensive coordinator in Cleveland. Exactly. So when you look at what that team was, quarterback play, I love Cam Newton, but you look at the quarterback play, you look at the offensive coordinator, and you look at what that system was, Christian McCaffrey definitely would have had a better success here. That's why that one's tough.
3 guys on here
Yeah.
are lacking one thing that all the others have. Jahmyr Gibbs, HN, and James Cook are not running over you. Okay? They're not best suited in between the tackles.
Yeah.
You have to scheme them as offensive weapons. You have to maximize their efficiency and output through the passing game. That's what makes Jahmyr Gibbs and Christian McCaffrey and Bijan so special. However, Jahmyr Gibbs just does not have the size and just the beast mode that those two guys do. I'm not even bringing up Henry into that conversation, but look, Barkley, Taylor, Walker, Kyron, those guys will run you over, and they'll also run around you, and they all can catch the rock, maybe save King Henry.
This is where I'm at with that, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a little bit, tidbit. You're right about it. This is where I'm at with the list right now. I want to see what this year is for Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor have not had the pleasure of having another 1,000-yard running back on the team in the same season, allowing you to spell him and what else you had. Like, give Derrick Henry a 1,000-yard running back. Give Christian McCaffrey another 1,000-yard running back. I'm looking at from what they did with everything on them. Christian McCaffrey last year almost did 1,000. There were times where I was like, Kyle Shanahan, please stop giving Christian McCaffrey the ball. You are going to wear this man out. Didn't matter. He took it all, and his team still won 12-5 with all the injuries that they had. And the reason why they went 12-5 is because of how good Christian McCaffrey was and George Kittle once he got in that team. You look at that. Derrick Henry, 1695 was an off year for him. Like, as much as I want to get his old ass up out of here, as much as I want the next guy to take over, he had 19,000 yards. He had 1,900 yards 2 seasons ago. Almost had 2,000-yard seasons. And then last year, 1695, 16 touchdowns. I know he had a case of the fumbles, et cetera, et cetera. And then Jonathan Taylor, the guy that keeps getting negated. If it were me and I were doing a list, Bijan's 1, Christian McCaffrey's 2, Derrick Henry's 3, and Jahmyr and Jonathan Taylor share the 4th spot until after this season.
Henry's the one that I would probably boot from the top 5, as well as HN. Yeah. But from your top 5, he did look a little bit slower. And like when you look at Saquon, I
saw Derrick Henry get caught 3 times last year. Like,
that's what I'm talking about.
See his he never gets caught.
Yeah, and Saquon, he didn't have the room. But when he found that room, he still looked like Saquon. Same thing with Jonathan Taylor. So to me, I'm doubling down. Bijan, Jahmyr, McCaffrey, Taylor, and Saquon. Those are my top 5 guys, not necessarily in order, but I think all 5 of those guys can absolutely be the number 1 running back this year.
Put Taylor underneath Jahmyr Gibbs, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah,
I said put him on the same level. Put Taylor under Jahmyr Gibbs. As much as I love Jonathan Taylor, you taking Jonathan Taylor over Gibbs? Oh, okay, exactly. Yeah. I'll take Gibbs over Taylor.
In order, Bijan, McCaffrey. I'm sorry, I can't disrespect him. Saquon 3, Jahmyr 4, and Taylor 5. And I probably should put Taylor over Jahmyr. I think Jahmyr could finish 1, but put him at 5. I did it. Sorry.
Go ahead. Jump on, right? Hey, you know how we do it over here, man. You jump in. You in the studio. You're part of the show.
Yes, I am.
I don't like the hat.
I couldn't allow this to go. I couldn't allow this to go. Why are we just letting Bijan be the number 1 guy?
Thank you. I like that.
Like, why? We're just immediately going to Jahmyr, and it's just Bijan's number 1.
Tyler Algier being gone is why, I think.
Similar
thing with Jahmyr Gibbs.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Taylor Algier is another back that will get you 700 yards, if you will. Not 1,000, but he will get you 700 yards, 750 yards. Bijan's special. Like Bijan's
I'm not
special.
talking
Is he
about
that much special? Is he that much more special than Gibbs?
And yeah, in the sense that they had to bring in David Montgomery and see who was going to be a starting running back. They had to legitimately split his carries for the first 3 years of his career just to see if he can take on the brute force of being the starting running back in the NFL. Bijan Robinson, they brought him in to be the guy. Taylor Jules is a backup, to your point. He wasn't a backup like David Montgomery. They brought Montgomery here in case Jahmyr wasn't what this iteration of him is. It was like, hey, look, we got another guy who can split the carries, etc. When you got to hedge your bet, like, that's how I feel.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. When you see it on the field, like, you've watched the games, like,
Yes,
when you
I
see it on the field, what do the differences between those two? Because they're both special in different ways. But what does it look like to you?
They look like the same running back to me. I think Jahmyr's a little bit faster.
He is.
That's about it.
His fast is 4.34. Bijan's fast is 4.39. So it's
We're picking
apples
hair.
to oranges. How much does Bijan weigh though? How much does Jahmyr weigh? What's the size difference?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're both like 5'9", like 215, 220. Someone could fact check me on that.
Bijan's 5'10", 220, 225. Jahmyr is 5'9",
5'9", I believe.
Yeah, I think he's 5'9".
We said we were right next to him, B-Lad. It was like a, all right, we'll give you 5'9" type situation, and about 208.
Yeah.
And remember, guys, as much as you're taking away from Bijan and people were drafting him number one last year and he didn't finish that way, you got to remember Algier was a 1,000-yard rusher as his rookie year.
Yeah.
And then the next 3 years, 186 carries, 137 carries, 143 carries, and he was used in the passing game. That's a lot of work that did not go to Bijan Robinson. And a large portion of that is going to go to him this year. Algier's a solid running back. People hate on him, but he's going to go and he's going to be fine somewhere else. But Bijan, much like Jahmyr, you're going to see a lot more usage. I don't think that Dan is going to use Jahmyr Gibbs as much as Lion fans and people who draft him number 1 or 2 overall hope to see. And Dan will be smart for that.
I also think this too, and this has nothing to do with Jahmyr Gibbs. Just not Jahmyr Gibbs' fault in these situations. Bijan's quarterbacks and his offensive systems in the last 4 years, like, are you Bailey Zappi?
Desmond Ridder?
Like a busted Kirk Cousins? Like Michael Penix the Jr., who the verdict is still out. Like, I ain't trust him at Washington. I liked him when he was at Indiana. He almost beat Ohio State. They had a really good year. I watched him then. But give me a break. And he still has that type of output in production.
That's true.
One more thing before I get off this. Who's going to have the better year? Algier or David Montgomery? Both of them left.
Demo.
Algier's he's not slated to be a starter full-time, is he?
David Montgomery's
Monty's the man.
And Monty is going to be the number 1 guy?
I believe so with the Texans.
Yeah, they got Woody Marks as well over there.
Yeah, Woody going to be that third down specialist, and he's sneaky good. I don't even know where Algier, excuse me for this, where did he end up? I know he signed a free agency somewhere and left.
Where did he end up? That's what
I don't feel so bad.
I don't either. Maybe that just proved the point there.
100%. I mean, it's to your point. Like, they both had really good, serviceable running backs. They had two good running backs that were 1,000-yard rushers in this NFL. 100%. I think.
Oh, we went to the Cardinals.
Shout out to Petzing's former team.
Yeah. Look at that.
And so him and Trey Benson will be battling.
Yeah,
it's going to be the same thing over in Houston.
We'll come back and revisit this.
Yes, we will.
We will come back and revisit this. But it's always fun when you get lists. Lists always create a little bit of, I don't agree, well, I agree. What is the chat saying is what we need to find out. Any comments?
When you put Jordan Love at 6. We got a lot of comments. Let's hit them when we come back.
We'll hit this commercial break. When we get back, we will clean all of these things up.